What is up, all of you regs and all of you shinies? It is Jackson from the 1313 channel here, bringing you the Black Series Clone Trooper Phase 2 helmet review. I am so stoked to bring this to you all today. I can hardly contain my excitement, but before I get started with the review, gotta go through some admin things. If you're not already subscribed to our channel, please make sure to subscribe to follow us for a lot of awesome podcast related things and reviews as well. If you want to join a very awesome community on our Discord, be sure to do that. Links for all of this are down below as well. If you want to listen to the audio portion of our podcast, it is offered on Spotify, Apple Music, Anchor, and so many other platforms. And if you want to support us financially, please consider joining our Patreon. All the money that we use goes towards the podcast and to make everything we have look better. Obviously, this is our new backdrop in my brother's room, and it looks fantastic. Now we can shoot good-looking reviews without this awful, mishmash of what we were doing before. Now, I'm going to get right into the video. Holy cow. So, I just picked this up 2 days ago, got it in early from Big Bad Toy Store. Now, this was not supposed to arrive even until March of this year. My dad has a few on pre-order through Hasbro Pulse right now, and I was just very fortunate. I always purchase through Big Bad Toy Store. I am going to recommend that 100% all the way for that as well in the future. Sorry. My dogs were a little excited, so there's a little hair I got to wipe off as well. But giving you a quick 360 view of what this helmet looks like. Now, there was a little bit of controversy before about the helmet and its appearance just because it more so mocks what the Phase 2 troopers look like in Jedi Fallen Order, because there is a little bit of a combination of styles, and I will compare how this helmet looks to others as well when I get more into this. But just getting into the general appearance, the attention to detail on this is absolutely stunning. It's got this beautiful black meshing right here for the teeth. If I can bring that in without casting too big of a shadow, you can get an idea right here. The aerators have this awesome texture, and it's just all amazing. The detail in it is perfect. I am a huge fan of having this shiny armor. Now, I know that was another big turnoff for a lot of people, just because in a lot of professional costumes, such as the 501st, the armor has to be a matte, but we've always seen clone troopers described as shinies. And then in even other properties such as Kenobi now, the troopers, looking realistic, have this shiny, pristine armor. And I'm here for it 100%. I love how this just looks in general. It looks nice and slick. Now, it is not going to be a helmet that would get you into the 501st. Proportions are exaggerated a bit, such as this right here, and some of the other features like this is not recessed enough to what it could be, but that's okay. You're getting this helmet to enjoy it. The part right here for the tube stripes is all that indented with that brisk blue. Looks amazing. The ear caps look solid. Now the other ear cap, if I can turn it for you, has that button for a voice modification. Now, in just a few moments, I'll kind of demonstrate what that voice modifier sounds like too, just to give you an idea of how you are going to sound. If you have other Black Series helmets as well, you'll know it's kind of been okay. I haven't actually tried it out yet, so this will be the first time, and you'll get my first impression on that as well. But even turning the helmet in, I have to angle this, there we go, towards the light so you can see a little bit better. It's got this amazing interior detail for the helmet. It's got these pads right here, and if I keep turning it over to the side, it's just so much awesomeness really went into this helmet is all I have to say to it as well. This was a dream come true. I have not had a full clone trooper helmet like this since I was in kindergarten, and the Clone Wars movie came out and they had the Captain Rex and the Phase 1 clone trooper helmets that came out with the Nerf set 2 back in the day. And ever since then, I have begged and I have pleaded to get another helmet, and it is just finally here. So this is what this one looks like. Now, I'm going to give you all a real brief comparison. Now, what I'm pulling up on camera is my realistic adaptation of a Waxer helmet. Now, this one is used, made with, I should say, Galactic Armory files, which is more so based off his head shape too, just to note that. And then this is one that I have just made and worn myself. Now, in terms of sizing, you can obviously see that proportions on the Black Series one are a lot larger than this one too. This one fits very snug on my head, where this one actually fits really good. Now, I've been wearing my glasses recently too, and this one is glasses friendly, which I think is a huge improvement too. I think a lot of these new helmets too should be able to accommodate for that, so you don't have to take your glasses off to wear it and then you're blind too. But like I said, the proportions and the way how it looks too. Like again, this is based off Revenge of the Sith. And like I said before, the visor in this is just different in general because it's that Jedi Fallen Order look that we got. That's why it doesn't really mock this or the clone helmet as well. It kind of takes from both things at once. Now, I'm going to get this camera flipped around and give you an idea of how this looks fitting on you. So just another quick note as well, when you are taking the batteries out of this, it's actually very well hidden. It's this whole part right here. You kind of just have to grab at the bottom and pull up, and it reveals the battery component. So it's a very well hidden seam compared to some of the other helmets like the Stormtrooper, where it's a very visible seam on the bottom part right here. Very clever on Hasbro's part for this. Here is another side note. This is going to take 3 AAA batteries as well. Now, that isn't a lot, just letting you all know. So then you don't buy AA like I did. And now, without further ado, I give you what the Black Series Clone Trooper helmet is going to sound like. Now, I'll try to get a little bit closer so my microphone over here picks it up. But it has the key right here, if you can hear. Almost makes a calming sound when you're turning it on and off. And then... Hello, hello. The name is CT5555. This is kind of funny sounding, to be completely honest, because in my head it's like echoing, but I guess I'm going to have to see how the video comes out, because I'm assuming you can hear how my actual voice sounds with it, with how this sounds too. It doesn't sound like a clone. It kind of reminds me a whole lot of the Kylo Ren helmet, which is a bit funny to me, but it is what it is. You get what you get. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off. Now, for the initial try-on as well, this fits great on my head. I'm going to put it back on just for a quick second to show what it's going to be like. Now, this slides on with my glasses very easy. I do not have any issues at all wearing it. This is going to look like from the side profile. But in my opinion, it looks really natural sitting on my head as well. And it feels amazing too. It has one of those internal, if I can turn that off, there we go. It has one of those internal bike helmet straps that it has with some of the newer helmets too now. But if you're a very large-headed person, like some people in our Discord had pointed out before, that they were unable to wear the previous Black Series helmets because of that issue, this fits perfect, which there are those large-headed people in our Discord as well that have tried this helmet on, and it's fit perfectly fine for them. So if you have a large head, go for it. I'm very glad that Hasbro was able to accommodate for that this time around on this specific model too for it. Now, when I put this on the first time I got it, I simply couldn't stop wearing it. And I was with my girlfriend too, and she was very, very upset because she didn't want me driving in the car with it, which, if you're a responsible driver like myself, you can. You can get away with it, but I'm not going to recommend it. I'm not recommending you to drive with one of these on. Don't do that and get in a car crash and blame it on me. But it was just awesome to wear because it was like, holy cow, I'm reliving the days that I had when I was in kindergarten and I had this Captain Rex helmet and I was going around in it. It's just so much fun. It's extremely comfortable, like I said. Like, I can just even keep putting it on and off. And like, although it is large to accommodate bigger head sizes, it looks fine on my body build as well. Like, if I had a set of Clone Trooper armor, I don't think it would look entirely off in proportion sizing as well, which is also perfectly fine. Now, another big thing too that I was discussing with some people is I would absolutely love to see people on Etsy come up with decal kits for these helmets, because I personally don't want to keep this helmet white. I want to change something about it, and if I do, I'll be sure to make a video about that, talking about how I did, because this is the perfect idea for a lot of collectors to get their own personalized Clone Trooper helmets at a very affordable price. This isn't that expensive when you look at a lot of other helmets that are on the market too, especially for the quality and how it is as well. You know, you are going to get a reliable product from Hasbro. So now it's only a matter of how do we paint this, or how do we come up with a decal kit to make the customization options available for other collectors to have plenty of helmets. Like, if I could, I would buy a whole lot more, but it's my own personal goal to have like a collection of Clone Trooper helmets I make myself. So I will be customizing this in the future, just not right now, because I want to kind of get a better idea of how people are doing that as well. And then again, when I'm confident that I found a way to alter it and I alter it myself, I'll make a video explaining how to do that so that you too can have your own personalized Clone Trooper helmet. If you are watching this video and you're an extremely talented individual who can make decals, please make one for the 1313 battalion that we have. That would be amazing. I would absolutely adore that. But without further ado, everybody, that is the end of the video for today. I hope maybe my video changed your mind about this helmet, because there was a little bit of backlash on it, but there really shouldn't be. This is an absolutely amazing product, and I love it to death. Like, I want to keep taking it back to campus and wearing it around, but I can't because I simply don't have the space in my dorm, and I don't want to get made fun of more than I already do by a lot of my friends for being this gigantic Star Wars nerd. But be sure to click subscribe on this video, comment down below what you think about this helmet, if you have some ideas yourself, if you're a very talented individual who can make us decals, or if you just want something to say at all. But I hope you all have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever that you are at, and have a great rest of your day. See ya! Jackson from the 1313 channel, out.